What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a couple of weeks now. We just got back from Mexico and I finally have a day to make it, so I'm super excited. So a lot of you guys have been asking me what kind of gear you need to basically start a YouTube channel or a podcast. And the bottom line is probably not much gear, if any at all. A lot of you guys wonder if you have the new iPhone or Galaxy or smartphone that can record 4K video, if that's often good enough to start a YouTube channel. And the short answer to that again is absolutely, that is more than enough to get started. You don't have to go splurge on a camera and lens. If you pair your smartphone with good lighting and a good microphone, a lot of people won't even be able to tell the difference, especially if you're sharing good content that's really valuable to them and they're learning something from that content. They're not going to be caring about your production value. Now, to show you guys a bit of a comparison between shooting with a Sony mirrorless camera, such as I am right now, and using good lighting and a good microphone, all we're going to do is switch over to the iPhone to show you guys that you can still get incredible results using the same light, same microphone, all together for less than $400. So let's switch over and have a look. Alright guys, so we're officially switched over to the iPhone right now. And this is by no means top of the line iPhone. It's not the 11 Pro, it is simply an XR, but it still does 4K 24 frames per second. I don't have it on a tripod right now, I'm simply hand holding it. But you'll see that paired with this microphone and this light, you can still get really good quality shots. And honestly, I think a lot of times this is more than good enough for getting started. It's more important, again, I'll say this time and time again, to just get in front of the camera, hit record, start talking, get yourself out of that comfort zone, and that alone is going to help your channel grow, not so much the gear you're using. Now, I'm going to also kind of go between the lav mic and the iPhone audio just to show you guys a little bit of the difference as to its strengths and weaknesses regarding audio. And then we'll talk a little bit about more strengths and weaknesses to do with video. So right now I'm simply just talking because I want to show you guys the difference between the two microphones. And hopefully that is good enough and we'll start going into video specs now. So right now I'm simply just talking because I want to show you guys the difference between the two microphones. And hopefully that is good enough and we'll start going into video specs now. Alright guys, so as you can see, the iPhone can get the job done incredibly well, especially when you have good lighting and good audio to go with it. Now, obviously a big part of starting a YouTube channel is just getting the content out there, hitting publish, and really gaining an audience that way. But let's go over a few strengths and weaknesses to using a smartphone to film as opposed to a dedicated camera. The first one is definitely going to be the depth of field. So now when you look at this footage side by side, the iPhone versus the Sony, you're going to notice that the Sony is able to pull me away from that background a lot better. So it's compressing the background, giving you that nice blurry effect, whereas the iPhone is trying to sharpen everything and make it look as good as possible. That's probably one of the biggest differences you're going to see first thing when you look at the footage side by side. But again, you can iterate these things over time. You can upgrade a camera over time. To get started, the iPhone I think kills it, and actually it's still quite pleasing looking. The next big difference obviously is the ability to switch lenses on a camera versus your smartphone. I know some of the new phones like the iPhone 11 Pro and the Samsung S20 have 3 or 4 different lenses varying from wide angle to telephoto. I'd love to get my hands on one of those just to see how that could handle this as well. But again, that is a gap that the smartphone industry is bridging because now you have so many different kinds of lenses, different apertures. So sooner or later, they're going to have those wide, medium, and telephoto lenses that you can use in your videos right on your smartphone. Now, you guys heard the audio difference between the in-camera audio from the iPhone versus the lavalier mic. Now, I made a separate video talking about how this lav mic was the best bang for buck piece of equipment that I own. And again, for $235, I think it was, you can get this microphone and pair it with your iPhone super easily and get that nice crisp audio to pair with your video from your iPhone. Another weakness to using a smartphone for videos is that it has an itty bitty little sensor inside that phone. So therefore it can't handle low light situations the same way a crop sensor or full frame camera can. So again, if you're shooting in less than ideal lighting situations, then of course a camera will be far superior than a smartphone. But of course, if you're just trying to start a YouTube video and you have a designated desk with a light, it doesn't matter as much because the iPhone will handle that quite well. Whereas if you're vlogging, you're out and about, it's a nighttime or you're in a dim restaurant, that's where you'll see the smartphones really take a dive in quality because you'll just get a whole bunch of that digital grain, that noise. So And that's definitely where the designated mirrorless or DSLR cameras take over and become more appealing. But again, guys, I just wanted to make a short video to show you guys that yes, in fact, the iPhone or Galaxy or whatever smartphone you have in your pocket right now is actually good enough to start a YouTube channel. So no more excuses, get off your butt and start recording videos. I can't wait to see you guys in the future killing it on YouTube and other platforms. So thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.